During Web3, Web3 actually is being run in the digital space. So you can't tell me that, oh, I as a developer, I'm building a product, right? And I'm done building a product in my room, in my workspace, and I'm going to sit down in my room and expect that people would get to know about my product from outside. How are they going to find out about it? Obviously, they won't even know. And let's say you want people to actually get to test your products. They won't know what you want them to do if you don't put what you're doing out there. So I would say there are two different domains, right? But one actually depends on the other to actually scale. So we are going to be going to the next slide. My village people here. Okay, so as a matter of fact, 90% of Web3 products report using social media as a key channel for what? Community building. How did you get to know about this event? How did you get to know about this event? Twitter? Any other social media platform? Some WhatsApp status, right? A friend invited you, right? Good. So that's a staggering statistic that really underscores just how intertwined these two domains have become, Web3 and social media, both on the digital space. What's going on? Please help me with it. Okay. So going to the next, we'll be talking about community. Community. Community is a group of individuals that actually do what? Share the same goals, share the same values, share the same interests, and also interact with each other. Every one of us here, we're actually interested. I believe that we are here because we are interested in Web3, and also we are interested in benefiting from opportunities that it has to offer, right? Now, going So key elements of communities. When we talk about community, what does it comprise? Controlling it and you're controlling it at the same time. Key elements of communities, like I said earlier, shared interests or goals. Sorry, I want to ask you, why are you here? Yeah, please. You're a community manager. Thank you. A community manager, thank you. Sorry, why are you here, please? Yeah. Designer. And I'm sure we also have product developers here. We also have product marketers here. And we are all here under the umbrella of what? Web3. So we can as well say that all of us here, we are a community. So shared interests or goals, interaction, and communication. Community makes it, or social media makes it very easy for us to communicate with people who share the same interests and goals as us, and also helps us to, push each other. We say iron sharpens iron. So community is very important when it comes to Web3. Another element is sense of belonging. Sense of belonging. I like to see community as a family. I like to see a community as a family because when I joined Web3, I'm not really somebody. Sense of belonging. Like I said, I'm not somebody that likes socializing, right? But when I joined Web3, I realized how important it is to actually socialize with people, to get to connect with people, get to network. so that you don't get to do it alone. Doing it alone, it makes you slow, but when you get to do it with people who share same interests as you do it faster. So diversity and inclusion. We can, in Web3, it gives room for people from different backgrounds, right? Different backgrounds, different experiences. And then moving on, culture and norms and support and collaboration. I'll get to explain that as we go. So social media's role in Web3 expansion. Social media has been instrumental in the rapid expansion of Web3. And this platform allows projects to connect directly with users. Now, remember when I explained being a developer, building a product in your workspace, in your room, anywhere, office, anywhere, but then you still need, the first thing that comes to your mind is, okay, I'm done. What next? I need to go public. I need to go public. Is that not it? Even when they're saying, oh, as you're building yourself, as you're working on yourself, you're working on your skills, after doing that, what's the next thing you do? You start thinking about how to put yourself out there, right? That's where social media comes in. So social media also serves as the bridge that connects what users with what the builders, and also do what helps to spread information. If I want to check on what's going on Solana ecosystem right now, the first place I go to is Twitter. I go to Twitter, or I go to their Telegram or Discord page to get information that I need. So communication and feedback. Social media plays a pivotal role in this community by facilitating real-time communication. At least in the past, when there's nothing like a phone, let's say in a village setting, all those village movies that we used to watch back then, you hear, oh, a town crier who is actually spreading an information, right, that's been given to him by the king of the community and stuff like that. But this gives us room to actually get to communicate with the builders of the projects that we are interested in or that we are looking forward to actually collaborate. So networking, like I said before, it's where community members can voice their opinions and connect with people who share same interests as them. Also, social media is an avenue to connect with new and existing users. Imagine building a product where you don't have connection with people who actually use your product. Like, I think when it comes to Web3 and when it comes to community, we are working on training the human psychology. We are working on building up the emotions of the community members to enhance trust. So the next one is project visibility. It's also an avenue for marketing, news feeds, and improving project visibility. At least if you go to Twitter right now, or you go to any social media application that you know, you will see that each project, or let's say, just scroll through Solana. I don't know why I'm using Solana a lot, but scroll through Solana, scroll through Ethereum's page, you'll see that they keep educating members about what they are building. And you will see them running different ads, social media marketing. You see them running different ads so that they can attract new users to their product. Now, industrial trends. It serves as a good way to stay ahead of trends in the industry. I see Twitter as a search engine for me. You guys see it, maybe I don't say you guys, sorry. Some people may see it as just a social media platform, but I see it as a search engine for me because if I want to search something, sometimes I don't go to Google, I just use the hashtag. Let's say I'm looking for something on Solana ecosystem, I just use hashtag SOL, and I will see a lot of things that has been posted using that hashtag. So anything you want to search on Twitter, just try it right now. Say, oh, you want to get to know about NFTs, just search NFTs. You see people who have already written threads on NFTs. You see a lot of posts and other NFT-related projects as well. So means of growth, it helps the community know the right partners they can forge relationships with. So the next one, so different community building platforms, different social media platforms that we have. I think the first one that everybody knows is X, formerly known as Twitter. We have Telegram, we have LinkedIn, we have Discord, we have Slack, Reddit, and other platforms that we know. So best practices for leveraging social media in Web3 community building. You said you are a you said you're a community manager, right? Now, when you go out for events and you get to connect with new people, attract new members to your community, what's the first thing you do once they've joined the community? Or let's say you get home, what's the first thing you think you should do? Okay. You don't get to see what we are all about. First things first, we are supposed to have, explainer videos on what we are about, so that when new members actually come or join the community, they get to understand what we are all about. And this also makes it easy for us to build new advocates who would help us preach the gospel of the product that we are building. So engaging storytelling. I'm an advocate of storytelling. When it comes to Web3, I use storytelling to explain what the product or what the technology is all about. This helps you use relatable examples and, use something people can actually understand, right? So when it comes to, let's say I want to explain blockchain, I'll be like, oh, let's use a ledger to understand it, or a sales book. Right? So engaging storytelling, you can also use testimonials of people. There's this project called Viral X that was very, very popular, I think early this year or last year, right? It's a platform that projects or builders can actually use if they want to market their products. Now, instead of going to 5 million, instead of going to meet the key opinion leaders one-on-one, they give the amount they want to spend on marketing to this platform. And then you see marketers actually registering to get to, promote the project they want them to promote. And from them, I think influencers started making up to $1,000, $500 from there. And using the testimonials that people posted about how they benefited from that, they were able to, make more posts, get more people convinced that they should engage using the platform. So we have visual and interactive media, right? Use of infographics and videos. How many of you would agree with me that using infographics and videos, like videos actually sells faster than text? Let's say a Binance executive makes a video right now. By the time I leave Twitter and enter WhatsApp, I'll see people reposting. They will start sharing it, thereby increasing reach and visibility. So user-generated content, you can also encourage the community members to make videos about the product. This gives them a sense of ownership and also a sense of belonging. And also when they do that, it is the responsibility as a project or as a builder to make sure that you also use the social media page of your project, or you as a builder to do what? To engage your community so that they feel that they belong, they feel that sense of belonging. So community engagement techniques, regular interaction, consistency is key. For example, girls, let's say 2 partners, or let me use myself as an example, right? You can't say, oh, you're my partner and you're texting me once in 2 days. Hello, I don't know who you are. So that also happens when it comes to community. You need to consistently keep engaging them, consistently putting out tweets. I'll use an example. While I was managing a social media page for a meme coin, right? I've managed social media pages for some projects, but that was the first meme coin project that I was managing. So others will tell me, oh, I should make sure I put out something once every day. But they were telling me that I need to be putting out 3 tweets in an hour. I need to be putting out like at least 10 tweets in a day. And it was funny because I didn't know, right? So when I put out 1 tweet, I just went to rest. And the next night I joined the Telegram community and they were like, who is the social media manager? Put out a tweet for God's sake. I was like, what's happening? I put out another one and then I came back, they were ranting, they were like, I need to keep communicating with them for them to feel like something is actually going on, for them to feel like the team is actually working, and for them to still believe in the project. So regular interaction is key. Make sure you're always posting on your social media platforms. Make sure you're always engaging your audience, your community, and also, reply their comments and all of that. So incentivization, incentivization, you can reward your community, maybe using rewards or recognition. Recognition is very important. This actually gives them a sense of belonging, right? So platform-specific strategies. Using Twitter, let's use Twitter. Let's talk about Twitter, right? Use of hashtags to increase visibility. Remember when I talked about using Twitter as a search engine? For me personally, it's a search engine because most times when I want to look for something, or let's say I can remember when I started learning DeFi, and my tutor would be like, "Oh, go and research on Arbitrum-related projects," right? And all I needed to do, because some of them, before they actually go live on CoinGecko, it actually takes time. So for me to actually find out this new project before it goes live on CoinGecko, I just need to go and use the hashtag Arbitrum. And you will see that, let's say I'm bidding on Arbitrum. One of the projects I was managing then, as a social media manager, I made a tweet for them. And then they said, "Why didn't you add the hashtag ARB on it?" And I was like, I didn't know I was supposed to add it. They were like, "How will people find out about our project if you don't use that hashtag?" So you can see that the hashtag is also a way of marketing for Web3 projects, right? Then another one is just this last week, Web3 Lagos Conference 2024 was actually trending on Twitter. Did you guys notice? Did you guys notice the hashtag? I saw it as one of my trending topics, right? So engage with your audience regularly by sharing updates, insights, and responding to their comments. I already talked about that. Yeah, I'm coming. Just hold on, please. So use of community-branded symbols, acronyms, names, and NFTs. This is also a very good way because just take this as an alpha, right? The project has actually not launched. I was looking towards this project called After School Club NFT on Eclipse, right? It's looking to go. They are looking to go live maybe when Eclipse. I don't know what they are waiting for, but they are not live yet. So for me to get whitelist for the project, right? They said I needed to join the community. I needed to also change my PFP to their own image, and also add that I am a member of the community, more like ASC student. So I had to change that, but I didn't use my main account because I used my account for other things. I used my burner account. So you would also meet other people who are also using PFPs of projects that they are affiliated with. This also gives those individuals a sense of belonging and shows that, yes, they actually really believe in the project. So X Spaces also allows real-time communication, celebration of, active and dedicated individuals. Then we have Discord and Telegram. These are like your go-to platforms for more organized community engagement, right? Where we have several channels for different purposes and all of that. So we have LinkedIn and other platforms. Then common pitfalls to avoid: misinformation and hype. A lot of projects actually get very, we are building a community, I'm so hyped. They tend to promise what they cannot do to their community. And when they don't feel that, what happens? You see them being dragged on crypto Twitter or any social media platform. At least we experienced that with ZK Sync and a couple of other projects. So as a builder leading a team, right, make sure you don't overpromise and underdeliver. Make sure you let your community know what you can do and what you cannot do. Then the next one is FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and lack of transparency. And then influencer scandals. Then I'm going to try and merge these three together, right? Because this happened, I'm sure so many people remember, so many of us remember one intro, a couple of us actually, one intro project, a project that had so much potential, but because they were not really transparent with their audience. I was actually one of the investors, right? I invested early because I believed in the project. A lot of people on crypto Twitter actually believed in the project, but because the team were not really transparent, and there's this guy called Zach, he's more like a detective. He casted everything on crypto Twitter, and that was how the project went down to zero. I lost my money there as well. So it's very, very important that you are transparent with your community. And lack of moderation and community management. Also very, very important. We can't have a group of people here. If we don't have she as the host moderating these events right now, this event will be a mess, right? In fact, a lot of people will actually be outside discussing and this event won't even start. So it's very, very important to have people who would lead. So it's very, very important that we have people who would actually lead the community and keep it in order. And yes, that's the end of my session. Thank you. So, do we have a question? Just one question before she kicks me out of this stage. Any question? So okay.
Good afternoon. Yeah, my question is simple. You're a community manager, and I don't know if you've been into it for a long time. So I just want to ask, what are the biggest challenges, like what are the major challenges you face as a community manager, working with people and collaborating with a lot of techies, and how did you address them?
Okay, so I think one of the challenges I've actually faced as a community manager is, first off, I'm dealing with people from different backgrounds, people with different upbringings, and you get to experience people who might actually be harsh or who might actually treat you in a certain kind of way. And sometimes, when as a community manager, they see you are actually the one who is fronting the projects that you are actually working for, especially when you tend to, let's say, post events and all of that. I think this happened in 2022, right? This project I was actually a community manager for, they made us post events, get people to test the products, and they made promises that they couldn't keep. I was not the one making the promise, right? But they made promises that they couldn't keep. But the community members would always know that it's this person that they can see that they will hold, right? So I think people's expressions or the way people actually tend to treat you, because some of them started dragging me when the team could not meet up with what they promised. They dragged me on Twitter, LinkedIn, they even entered my WhatsApp. I was like, Sophie Pamini, what do you want me to do? Right? Exactly. So some people would actually think, oh, I think I should treat this person rudely, because they actually said really mean things, but then learn to treat people or learn to control people is one, or learn to be patient. And patience is one of the key characteristics of a community manager. So you learn that as you go, learn to work with people. Thank you.
A round of applause for Amara.